This is my Western. It's called My Gray-Eyed Girl. Sagging in my saddle and ever so weary, like to crawl in my bedroll and just play deceased. We're driving 3,000 head out over the prairie to sell them to brokers to feed folks back east. They say, shoot for snake eyes to kill a sidewinder. One spooked my horse, and that's just what I did. Its tail rattled on with its head going up yonder. Hey, look at me. I'm Billy the Kid. Well, rustlers, they stalked us and stole our stock. Almost. Then tried for our horses and nearly did die. Well, we all were awake then, and they speedily almost just ahead of our bullets in a hemp-made necktie. Wandered our herd the next night, a few buffalo, shaggy old unks to the cattle we drove. For their own herd now, there's barely enough of those due to the fashion of buffalo robes. Well, I think back and remember a happier occasion. The fiddler pulls his bow, her skirts a calico swirl, me fetching punch for us at the barn raising the first time I danced with my gray-eyed girl. I asked her pa if I could come courting and rode in the morning to pick prairie flowers. She ushered me in like I was someone important, and in the parlor we sat and talked for hours. Dinner on Sunday, she cooked up a brisket. Her ma showed a picture that my gal had crocheted. We sopped up gravy with buttermilk biscuits. Then on the front porch, a pitcher of lemonade. With this one brindle steering our drives mighty ornery. Got it in, it seems, for every saddle tramp. When I'm flank rider, he tries to get a horn in me. I felt darn lucky to make it to camp. Not all were so lucky. One had to be doctored with my partner Ted, who had that bad fate. He caught it in the thigh. He now drives the buckboard. That steer acted tough, but he sure tasted great. Sunset and sunrise and the stars in between are free. Travel's interesting wherever you're going. Though the ride's bumpy, it's beautiful scenery, and only get better when I get back home. Rich ranchers and railroaders in Kansas City buy dresses come from Paris, perfume and pearls. But no necklace, silk-bedecked, fancy lady can hold a silver candle to my gray-eyed girl. Well, some guys will go wild once the drive's over. 90 proof, they think, makes them bulletproof. And into the air, they steam release their revolvers. That excitement ain't exciting, though, to tell you the truth. In the bright lights of dance halls, you'll find a peony and a promise of something some cowhands call love. You better hold tight your wages or there won't be any. But I ain't the one to go hunt soiled dove. I think I see sirens dancing the campfire and think of those kingdoms the other side of the world. But ain't harems or gems in all them eastern empires to steal me away from my gray-eyed girl. Another day of boot in the stirrup, the imprint of a saddle on back of my jeans. Come evening, crickets tell me to cheer up, just cheer up, as I hunch over my pan bread, brindle steer beef and beans. From far in the night comes the call of a coyote. Up to the moon he launches his howl. I feel for the fellow to hear him mournfully cry out his ancient ow, just a long drawn-out vowel. A Winchester Charlie takes up the harmonica. Cookie accompanies with his whiskey baritone. It's Streets of Laredo. The mouth organ goes wah, wah, wah. Everyone's competing to make the lonesomest sound. Well, I wrap my hands around the last cup of coffee, my lids hanging heavy, my nose sniffing steam. Cookie turns in, Charlie plays along softly. Breakfast coming round, other side of our dreams. The blown grass of the prairie have never been lusher than her milky white skin. her long raven curls. I reach out my hand and I feel I can touch her and hear the soft voice of my gray-eyed girl. Riding, roping, wrangling, they'll never make me a banker or nabob, a lord or earl. But I crawl in my bedroll and a sleep overtakes me. I lay in the arms of my gray-eyed girl. Thank you.